Hello, hello. My gosh, this is so weird. Everyone trickle in, trickle in. The water's fine. Hey, Dylan. Oh, hi. Should get you some kind of trophy or something for being the first chat member. Get one of those Dundee Awards or something. Oh man, this is so wild. Yeah, this is my first time streaming ever. Streaming live, hitting the record button. No editing, no turning back. Let's give a couple minutes here just to see if anyone else will kind of trickle in. I'm just probably going to be designing some random little things that I've kind of been working on here. Little sticker designs. I might actually end up making these a real thing. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hi, Justin. Justin's literally the wall over from me. Being my chat lifeline, so I have someone to talk to. and Dylan now. If you guys could let me know if the music, if you can A, hear it, and B, if it's at a decent volume, if that's good. I don't want to distract myself too much with hearing music either. So I hope everyone's Thursday morning is going, well, Thursday morning for me and Justin, but early afternoon for everyone else. No music. What? Interesting. No worries if not, I guess. I can just enjoy it by myself. So you guys, what are you working on today? Both of you. Hi, babe. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You guys, this is Justin. he's my producer. Well, him and Rocky are my producer, and tech director. So, cause see, I can see the levels there, but
you have Spotify open?
Yeah. Dylan says hi. Or hey. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's just some casual lo-fi hip hop beats.
Weird, it was working last night. That's weird. I don't know why that's popping like that.
Is it because I have Spotify on this and not there?
Probably. No, it's based on your
Please excuse the technical difficulties. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Well, for anyone watching, put on your own lo-fi hip-hop beats so it looks like you're vibing with me as well. Oh, this is our other technical director, our producer. That's Rocky. Justin's trying to wave him out. Air traffic him out. Sound file that is deleted. Yeah, I'm a caveman as well, Dylan. I'm not totally sure either. I feel a little terrible, especially for Justin, because although that me live streaming has been a plan of mine for the last like year at least, it wasn't until like mostly last night to where I really decided to dive into the tech of all of this, which was a huge mistake. Not totally a mistake because we're here, we're live, it's kind of working. I don't think Rocky wants to leave. It's okay. Just leave the door open. Yeah, I just kind of got into the gritty, God, what am I trying to say here? The nuts and bolts of things, like in the weeds of all that goes into live streaming, and I respect the hell out of the people that do this on a regular basis because there's a lot of layers to it, and hopefully I get better with this over time. But yeah, we're doing it. We're here in Illustrator. I'm just gonna be designing these little like button sticker, like random little branded designs for myself. I was kind of working on these over like the last weekend, and I just kind of couldn't stop after like a couple of these. I even have like a couple sketches for some other design related ones too. So if you guys have any suggestions or like fun phrases or like just designer things that I can like make something too, I would love to know. And just improv design, it's all jazz, baby, you know. So this next one I'm gonna make here. Josh! Hi, Josh. Oh my gosh, it worked. Justin, the alerts worked. This was like the main problem we had last night where none of my alerts were working. Thank you, Josh. Happy to have you in here. Tell Ray I said hi. Josh is Justin's brother. Okay, so let's see here. We'll start with the circular one. Oh no, someone's calling me. For those who didn't read the description, it is my 25th birthday today, so I'm probably going to be getting hit up from the old family here a little bit. Okay. So I actually don't, full disclosure, I don't design on my desktop PC that often. It's usually on my MacBook, so I might be a little slower here. Oh, hi, Rocky. Goodness. He likes to make things all about him, you know? Okay. Do the pen tool here. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's so bizarre. I love, like, I told Justin, I love kind of looking back on birthdays and like what I did that day for my birthday. And last year, trying to remember, last year was around this time was when Justin and I officially decided to move to Arizona, to here in Phoenix, and we're here now. Everything's good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure last year he made me a bagel Sammy for breakfast, one of those bagel breakfast sandwiches. It's amazing. And I'm trying to remember what else. I can't remember if I did any work that day or not. Oh my god. I'm suddenly very bad at the pen tool. And then the year before, in 2020, the year that will live in infamy, I was living in Justin's apartment in German Village in Columbus, Ohio, and we were on strict lockdown. That was when COVID like first started, and I'm pretty sure we got Indian food that night. And we, one of my coworkers from a job that I worked at before I started freelancing, she had this, or has currently, this adorable golden retriever named Franklin, which is also just a perfect name in itself. But I would offer to walk him every now and then. This is before we had Rocky, and I would offer to just take him on walks just because I wanted to have a dog's presence. I just love animals so much. And so she lived down the street too, so I would literally just hop over sometimes and just walk her dog for her. And so me and Justin that year, we walked Franklin. That was like the highlight of my birthday. And now we have Rocky, which for those who know a little bit about him, he is not the most well-trained pup ever. Oh, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's not the most well-trained, so walking him isn't really a thing for us. He's much more of a ball catcher kind of dog. And so we try to do that as much as possible, but yeah, this year now I can say that I did my first ever live stream. Okay, let's hope this hand looks decent. Okay. I'll never forget the first time my classmates and I were truly introduced to the pen tool in art school. It was it was kind of freshman year, but it was really much more intensive in sophomore year. And our first assignment to like really learn the pen tool was retracing the Coca-Cola logo, which was just hilarious and how long it took to do that. But nonetheless, practice makes perfect, and I'm still practicing. Okay. Invert that. Get these fingernails here. So what are you guys working on today? I am doing this, which isn't really work. It's personal work, which is my favorite kind of work. But yeah, curious to know what you guys are up to, especially you creatives out there, you other designers. If you guys, other designers, haven't seen, I got this new hat that says Garfic Design, not graphic design. Are you really a graphic designer if you don't have a humorous piece of merch that says you're a graphic designer? I don't think so. Still getting used to the whole mechanical keyboard thing too. Not the silent MacBook. So thank you guys again for all that are in here. Really appreciate you being here for my first live stream ever. Definitely a little nervous, but in just the whole like talking out loud as I'm doing something and trying to not be too distracted. But definitely really appreciate you being here and for all the support and just being here, you know, just chilling and vibing with me. And special shout out to Justin for helping me with this last minute. I know it wasn't ideal. I was very close to saying that there were going to be some technical difficulties, because there technically was quite a bit of them last night. And I kind of woke up a little bit in a sweat having to decide, real quick if I wanted to still do this or not. So sometimes you just gotta leap in, you know? What's that quote by, J.K. Rowling, if you... I need to think of it. Oh my god, I can't remember what it is. I can see it in my head, but I can't verbalize it. If you spend your life waiting until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life, kind of thing. I think about that all the time. Okay. I'll get these lines here. What is your guys's, I'm curious to know, since I talked about remembering my past birthdays in the last couple years, what is your most memorable birthday? Or bonus points, what did you do on your 25th birthday? Because today's my 25th birthday. And I can tell you right now, I did not expect a year or so ago for this to be my 25th birthday, but I love it. This is probably not going to look very good. I think I'm overcomplicating this pen tool route. It's kind of crooked. It's got some character. So a fun other little story I have to share that happened literally a good couple days ago, last weekend. So my dear brother, Ryan, if you're watching, I'm sorry in advance. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but it's a story worth sharing. So my brother and I have been wanting a new phone for a while. I've had an iPhone 7 for the last, like, I don't know, it feels like forever. And just to put it in perspective, we're at iPhone 13 right now. And I had an iPhone 7 for the longest time, which I could kind of care less about having like the newest, latest and greatest phone or whatever. But when it comes to me wanting to take good pictures, just pictures, like that's pretty much all I want out of a phone for the most part, and just basic functionality. It wasn't doing it for me, and I'm just behind the curve of a lot of that stuff. And so my brother, God bless him, he went into Verizon and found out that there was a deal to get basically a second iPhone free, or $1,000 off, as they put it, which is basically a new iPhone. And so he called me up one morning and asked if I wanted to be a part of that deal, because he knew I was wanting a new phone soon, and I was fully prepared to pay for my own or whatever. But I was like, well, shoot, if you do the research and make sure it's legit and just tell me what I need to do, like, I am fully on board. And he did that, and he got his phone and said that he was going to be shipping mine out soon after. So he gets his phone that day, and he goes to a really big, oh my gosh, I'm trying to grab this point. He goes to a big music festival or giant concert, whatever, down in Miami, because that's where he's at right now. And it got stolen. Very, 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 very unfortunate. It wasn't even a week old for him, and yet it was pickpocketed straight from him. Felt terrible about it. So the whole fact that he still shipped my phone out, and he's had to figure out how to get a whole new phone on his own. I just feel terrible about it. So I have a brand new iPhone 13. It takes great pictures. Thanks for asking. But yeah, Ryan got his stuff figured out, I think. But yeah, just a very, very unlucky situation. But that's part of the story of how I got my phone with a little bit of guilt attached to it. So Ryan, thank you again. I appreciate you. Hi, Josh. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Justin? I'll wait for your reply. Okay, so I'm struggling here a little bit with this hand. I think I'm just too distracted. I'm gonna go back to the like emblem part of this. I'm gonna copy this, paste that, do that inner radius there. And I'm not totally sure what font I should do quite yet. Make this pencil real quick. For you creatives out there, what's your favorite Adobe program? Photoshop or Illustrator? Not that that's the only Adobe program, but for you designers, I know that those are kind of the two hot tickets, if you will. Okay. I think I hear the pool guy. Be cool to get him on stream. His name is Mike. Dylan. That is both hilarious and ever so true. Yeah, what doesn't crash is my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite Adobe program too. I saw hilarious. I hate saying out loud the word meme, but nonetheless, that's what it was. But I saw a really funny meme last night, where it was like a father and a son, stressed or whatever because they don't have a campfire in like the middle of the woods, and one of them pulls out a laptop and opens up Adobe After Effects and they're toasting marshmallows over it, and I thought that was so funny. For those who aren't aware of Adobe After Effects and the rocket launching that comes with it, I envy you because I can't even count the amount of times I've honestly felt like my battery was probably near melted for many times I've used After Effects, and just waiting for the day where it finally taps out and moves on to another dimension. But nonetheless, I love After Effects. Adobe, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I do love After Effects, I promise. And all of your programs. Okay, I'm gonna try another stab at this hand. Like I didn't go about it the way I probably should. So I'm actually gonna rotate this, I think, to where it's like straight up. Straight up. Dylan, what are you working on? Without violating your NDAs and whatnot. I haven't listened to the last podcast episode for Command Z, but I'm definitely going to do that on Monday and catch up and binge listen. You guys ever do that too, instead of binge watching? Okay, I'm going to lower the opacity on this too. It's too much. Too much. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Happy to have you here. For everyone else that's like now coming in, welcome. Thank you for being here. This is essentially like my my birthday party, like 10 years old, when you'd go to like the skating rink or something, because that's what I actually did on my, I think it was actually my seventh birthday or something. And this is another story time moment. I remember all my birthdays. My birthdays were always so fun. But yeah, I think on my 7th, my mom planned a birthday at the skating rink, and they always had this tradition where for anyone's birthday, they were having a party there. All the kids, even if you were part of the party or not, you had to go out to the middle of the rink and they would play happy birthday, and the birthday girl or guy had to like literally just like kind of spin around in circles, like they didn't know what to do. They were literally put on a spotlight in the middle, and you just had to sing happy birthday to them and try and stand still on your skates, which is nearly impossible. I was not the best skater. And also the chicken dance. The chicken dance was also followed by happy birthday. Hood in the hood. I hope you guys use that. It's really funny. Okay. This is V2 of the hand. I'm gonna try to do these like rectangular like hot dog finger things. Let's see if I can do this. I'll just make this a stroke. Move that down. Yeah, this is much better. I don't know why I even bothered with the pen tool in the first place, but you know. So true, Amy. Birthday coffee. Justin, are you asking me if I want a birthday coffee? Please answer in the chat if so. Amy, what are you guys working on at Hoodspa? I just saw your guys' Nike stuff. I mean, talk about amazing as usual. I love the post that you guys posted, I think this morning, with like the little GIF animations. Ugh, I love those so much. Okay, so I got this weird like pillar hot dog hand thing going. I'm about it though. I think it's kind of cool. I'm actually gonna do the thumb real quick. Oh, handcrafted from our coffee pot, aka Mr. Coffee, our personal barista that we have here in the Havy Steeman Balboa household. Yes, I would love some. Thank you, Justin. Shout out again to Justin for helping me with this stuff. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna make an ellipse. There we go. That feels right. My gosh. What is your guys' favorite tool in Illustrator? I feel like if the tools in Illustrator or like Photoshop or any of the Adobe programs were like people, I think that'd be a hilarious skit. I think I was talking to Justin about this the other day, but what if the tools in our Adobe programs that we use, the popular ones and then the unpopular ones that it's like buried in the toolbar that like that never see the light of day. I think that'd be a hilarious skit. And just what their day-to-day looks like, and if they act like kind of like the elves in the workshop to like help make your design better when you're not looking. And that's why whenever we look at our design the next day, we're like, oh my god, that's so much better than I thought it was, or it's so much worse. Thanks, babe. Justin. Hi, Rocky. We're accompanied by our other producer, Rocky, as well. He's trying to like air signal him out. Oh, that's awesome, Amy. Working on a huge type resource for people looking into type design. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, obviously, for those who don't know, Hoodspa, the Hood sisters, they make amazing typefaces, and I actually used quite a bit of them here in this little design document thing I'm working on. Oh my gosh, I keep moving this sketch. That's awesome, Amy. I can't wait to see that. That's really cool. Pathfinder, yes, is my boo. Yeah. I think Pathfinder, let me think here. I use the shape build. So I love Pathfinder. I honestly forget to use it more than I should, and I use the object or whatever Shift M is. I think it's shape builder or something. I think that's what that is. I know the commands, but I don't know the name of the tool. That's how long or that's how much I know my Adobe programs. Okay, so if you think drawing hands is hard, try making hands, building hands in Illustrator from a pen tool and from shapes. It's not ideal. Also, working on a desktop that I don't typically use for design. I'm usually on my MacBook for stuff like this, so this is like a lot larger than what I'm used to. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the fingers a little bit. So for the old birthday today, Justin and I are going to be taking a trip to Zion National Park. So we're here in Phoenix, Arizona. We've been here for almost a year now. And that was kind of like one of the main reasons of us moving out here, was to be able to kind of have a central hub to travel easily to like national parks and be able to go hiking and all that stuff. And so we're doing it. We went to Sedona back in October, I believe, last year. And so I've never seen Zion. Justin has. So I'm really excited for it. I love camping. Get yourself some nature, you know. Okay, I'm really hoping this this hand works out. The V2 hand works out the way that I want it to here. Okay, see, we're getting somewhere, you guys. We're finally getting somewhere. I love that most of my stream has just consisted of me trying to build out this this hand. It's terrible. Okay, just gonna group that for now and not look at that again for a second. So for everyone who's now coming in and looking at what I'm working on, this is the general gist of what I'm trying to work on. It's just a personal, like, branded exercise, and just making like little emblem and sticker ideas, which I may or may not make in real life as like little sticker packs. I think that could be kind of fun, of just designer things. If you guys have any fun design or creative related, client related, like little designer things, like phrases or anything, that I could make something into, please let me know. I would love to. I have 2 other ideas that I'm kind of working on right now. I don't even know if I should say this because I'm gonna butcher it, but essentially Latin for in process we trust, which, you know, process is key in our creative realm here. And then the Holy Trinity being Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. At least that's what the typical like graphic designer Holy Trinity kind of is. And I'm curious to know what you like, editors, photographers, and motion designers, what your guys' like Holy Trinity is in terms of like Adobe programs would be, or not Adobe. I'm assuming something like Lightroom, Photoshop, and Adobe Raw or something for you photographers out there. Aw, thanks, Jeff. Trunks. Love Trunks. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Oh no, I got one of those ugly little frickin' ends of the see, this is also the love-hate relationship I have with shape builder too, is like you get those random weird sharp edges when you make a shape. So forgive my messy file here, but we're doing it. I need to lock this sketch down. It's driving me nuts. Okay. All right, I got my hand finally. I got my other stuff over here. Need to not make it green so I can actually see it. That would be ideal. Make this an off-white for now, as well as the hand. I'll just do that real quick and also give it a stroke. Go. I think the first time I actually used Illustrator, it was before I was in art school. I was in, oh goodness. I didn't want to send to back. I was actually in high school when I first used Illustrator, and it was to make my first logo ever, which it's, you never hope to see your first logo ever see the light of day after you realize the mistakes that you make later. But it wasn't that terrible, but it was very bland. It was very like whatever. I think I was in a very funny phase of my creative journey where I was making this documentary actually in high school. For those who went to school with me, for those like who know me super well now, know that I just kind of like, I have so many curiosities and I have so many things that I want to like try and learn and get better at and stuff. And in high school, I kind of bounced around from, I did a lot of illustration. That's kind of how I started in like painting and stuff. But I got into a little bit of photography, some animation. That's kind of where my animation stuff started, with Adobe Flash before After Effects was really a big thing. And was definitely less intimidating, but it was all frame by frame animation. With a mouse. I didn't have like a Cintiq or anything. It was hilarious. But my first animation ever is still out there. I'll have to look at it again one day. But yes, the documentary. I couldn't remember what I was talking about. Hi, Francis. Oh my gosh. Hi, Francis. I went to CCD with Francis. And even before CCAD, we did a summer program at CCAD. It was like a 3-week long like college experience kind of thing where we got to just kind of get a little bit of everything in terms of like what each major kind of had to offer. And spoilers, I did advertising and graphic design. And there was one other girl in that class with me. Everyone else did illustration or I think fashion design. I think those were kind of like the hot tickets there. But yeah, that's how I met Francis. Fran man is what I call him. But yeah, sorry, side tangent. The documentary made in high school. Amy, I promise I will show the animation. It was for Google, not really for Google, but it was a spec project. We had to make a Super Bowl commercial, and mine was made in Flash, all hand drawn with a mouse. So it was super shaky. It was like about a couple of robots falling in love. It was actually kind of cute, but still kind of holds up today. And yeah, thank you, Fran. I also remember my Flash animations. The balloons, yes. Never forget where you came from on your artistic journey. You'll thank yourself later. I always love looking back. Anyone who knows me knows I love to look back and appreciate all of the cringy, funny times and things that you kind of have to go through as an artist to appreciate where you're at now. It's a sexy pencil, isn't it? I think that's a pretty cool pencil. All right, I'm gonna make this dark, I think, so it's like a shadow of that. Yeah. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. So I'm gonna group that so I don't have to freaking touch it. God, I think, how long have I been recording? Almost an hour, and it's mostly been on this hand. I am ashamed. I promise I'll get quicker next time. Yeah, I know, Amy. Our teacher really set the bar high for our project. Our project scopes, you know. And it's funny because everyone else managed to make their animation in, I don't even know how long it took, or how long the project was for. I kid you not, 10 weeks. It took me 10 weeks to make this, like, I think it was like a minute, less than a minute. It took me 10 weeks to make this freaking animation. So thank God it still holds up today because, man, you know. And it's funny that now I'm actually trying to really get back into cell animation. Not that I was ever like super good at it or super into it to begin with. But I've dabbled here and there throughout college, and it's so fascinating to me, and I commend the people that are so good at it. But yeah, I want to get better at cell. I think with me trying to get more into motion graphics this past year and a half or so, I think incorporating like that frame by frame animation look with just some basic things in After Effects, I think, and 3D. I'm trying to get more into. I've been saying that for like the last like year and a half too, but 3D is tough, man. It's just a whole other mindset, I feel like. And I commend the people that do it so proficiently. I think I'm just not quite there yet in terms of just that workflow, you know. It takes a bit to get that going. Okay, so now I'm making this little like radial thing here. This little shine marks. Group that. Put that behind. Controls. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Yeah, for you animators out there, I'm kind of getting there. I don't know. It's funny. I barely consider myself an animator. I try to call myself that still. Motion graphics artist for the most part. But for you, for real animators out there, I commend you. You guys are awesome at what you do. Okay, so I don't know exactly quite yet how stylistically I want to do this. And I think this will just come with messing with this a little bit, but get green for now, maybe. Center that. And I'm going to try and do the type here, and you guys will have to help me find the best typeface for this. So I'm going to move my sketch back. So I'm kind of, I know what to type because I don't speak Latin. Okay, so type on a path. Super sexy here, yeah. I think we're done. I like it. It's already in Latin. How perfect. Okay, in. Oh goodness. In. And for those who missed it, this is Latin for in process we trust. Because we trust the process. Yes, we do. Actually, I'm not gonna do that second one just yet. I'll just copy and paste that when I'm done with it. Center that. This is always kind of the weirdest part here's. Okay, cool. All right, let's get a typeface going. Change that. So a lot of these right now, got your classic Cooper Black, got one of my favorite black letter fonts called Chomsky, and I forget what this one is. And then featured with Hoodspah's amazing typeface designs. Got Beale here. Excuse me. And we've got Beverly Drive there. I love Beverly Drive. And then I think this one's Beastly. This one's called Beastly. It's got a cool, like, Western, like, modern Western vibe to it. I like it. And then there's this guy, which obviously fits with the rest of them. Okay, let's see here. So I'm kind of going for like a vintage emblem, or like one of those like college emblems kind of things. That makes sense. So we could do like another black letter. What's your guys' favorite kind of typeface? Like, my personal favorite is any kind of like good black letter, just for that, like, I don't know, darker Gothic, like Germanic kind of quality to it. I love a good black letter. What are your guys' favorite kind of typefaces? And also, do you guys consider it to be a typeface or a font? Like when you say serif, sans serif, or like bold, italic, that kind of thing. I know that there's that debate. I honestly don't know where I lie on that spectrum too. I try to say typefaces when it comes to what people consider fonts. It sounds a little more regal, you know? Okay, let's see. I think we should go with like I don't want to do too many black letter ones because I got that going quite a bit. But something that's a little uppity, you know? Is that a design term? I'm not sure. Ooh, this one's kind of interesting. Fleisch. In German, that means meat. Fun fact. Comic Sans. Justin, to the design community watching this live stream on behalf of my editor, my video editor / photographer boyfriend, I apologize. Comic Sans. Justin, I'm actually curious to know what your favorite font actually is in real life. Or if you know. This one's kind of sexy. I'm gonna copy this. Just save it off to the side for now. And FYI, this this usually doesn't take me this long to make something like this, but because I'm talking consistently, I lose track of what I'm doing. I tell Justin all the time, it's so difficult. I'm one of those people that I can't have a conversation while I drive. Like, I'm that very much, not so much like distracted, but I can't focus on one thing at a time sometimes. Which is just amazing. Ooh, Hoodspah. Should we use Lone Pine? That's another one of their fonts. I haven't used Lone Pine yet. That's another good one. Plain Germanica. That's a good one. Josh says, big fan of the Times New Roman. You know what? Actually, that reminds me. I do actually have a design here. I have a design here I forgot to put on this big board, but it is for all the reject fonts out there. We've got your, Justin, we've got your Comic Sans. For anyone who loves Avatar and loves Papyrus, we've got your Papyrus. I'm pretty sure this is Bradley Hand. And then Josh, just for you, Times New Roman. So long live the rejects. He's Din in college. Oh yeah, I know. It's funny. I've started really loving Anton also, Justin, just because of Vandal. And actually, I'm pretty sure that the game Valorant uses Anton quite a bit too, and they make it work really well. Ooh, Dylan. New typeface. Also, I should make a typeface called Times New Woman. I love that idea. I'm all on board for that. Send it. Whatever you do, anyone will love. It's a great idea. And Justin, also, we had to use Din in college also because that was literally CCAD's main brand font. So Din was on everything. Okay, let's actually get a typeface here going. Let's see. Ooh. I like this one too. It reminds me of Lone Pine. Actually, you know what? Let's just do Lone Pine. Let's do it. We've said it enough. Stop dancing around it. Okay, I'll lower that a little bit. And get that other... help it fit in there a little bit. And I love too, I actually love how this P is like connecting with this stroke here. It's actually kind of good. Make this a little bit bigger, give it some more room. Copy and paste that, and then I'll just rotate that around. And I think too... God, the commands on PC are just different, you know? I'm trying to get used to it. I don't design on the PC all that often. Sorry if you're in the dark and this white screen just blasted you in the face. Okay, I'm gonna change this. Change this to that off-white tone. Copy that. Okay. Cool. I like that. I think here I'm gonna probably just kind of cut this up a little bit. Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't because of the way that stroke is tapering. It's gonna affect that. Trying to find this inner circle that I had made. That actually kind of looks cool on its own too. Okay. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Yeah, I want that touching that P again right there. Cool. What do you guys think of the font? Do you think it works? Do you think we should try something else? So I'm trying to think. I might take the stroke off of the hand, actually. Because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's fitting with everything else. So let me see here. I'm gonna see. This is the whole thing with grouping, too. Okay, let's see. I should take that off. Take that off of that as well. Yes, that's what I want. That's it. That's the ticket. So today's Thursday. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend yet? I mean, I know it's Thursday, but kind of have to plan ahead sometimes, especially once you're 25 or older like me. I'm 25. and planning the weekend is kind of essential now. And just knowing what to look forward to, you know? Okay. I got some sneaky strokes here. to get rid of those. Ooh, got a couple. Put that back. There we go. Yep, that's what I want. That tapered stroke, so it kind of matches along with the radial thing. Heard too much display type happening. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think Lone Pine could actually, I think that could work on something that's more like linear, like this, like these type things going on. So it's a little more, so you can kind of focus on reading it a little bit more. Okay, so let's find something else then. Dylan, do you have a recommendation for like a serif or sans serif script, any kind of thing like that? Any kind of category of font, I suppose. So let me kind of look around again. Because honestly, I think Beverly Drive could work for this too, for the whole like collegiate emblem. Here, I'll put that off to the side there. So let's see if we do script. Let's see what script ones I have. That one's kind of cute. I hate the word cute, but it is, you know. It's got a very lighthearted. I like the retroness of this one, of Madison. It's kind of cool. I like how the like the curves and stuff kind of like overlap on the typeface itself. Extended. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm just gonna play it safe here for now and maybe do something like that. And this is something that I do too with little things like this, especially, is just iterate. So I'll just copy. Oh, nope, I don't want that. Let's copy this and try a new font here. Maybe it's not a script. That one's really cool too. I mean, my classic Chomsky. I love Chomsky. And something too that could kind of like just play off of the whole designer kind of thing and using the classic fonts, you know. This is a predicament. Well, Dylan says that's working better, so I'm gonna trust that for now. And I'll certainly come back to this later if I need to. Adjust the kerning on this just a little bit. That's kind of the thing with having type on a path as like curved as this, as a literal circle, is that some of those letters are gonna be a little janky. Make sure this is centered. Nice. Okay, I'll stick with that for now. And then I'll copy that, paste that. And then I think having a cool couple of like symbols here could be really cool. I just don't know what exactly. In process we trust. What kind of symbol do you think? I mean, it could be as simple as like a star, or it could be like some miniature pencils kind of like pointing inward like that. That could be a thing. What is this? What's this little stroke trying to get away with here? Cool. I think that's a good start for that one. I'll come back to that later, I think. And I will do, I think the next one will be this Holy Trinity one. My question still stands to you, designers and creatives out there, what your Holy Trinity of like Adobe programs or creative programs would be. My personal ones would probably be, oh man. Actually, that's tough because I'm an illustrator and designer, and I also animate quite a bit now too. So After Effects for sure. So you can actually do a lot more in After Effects than just motion related stuff. And Photoshop for sure. I love making style frames in Photoshop. And it's either between Procreate and Illustrator. Oh, thank you so much. Prod Kalani. I bet I butchered that. I'm reading what's on the chat here. Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate that. You guys have all been invited to my birthday party. This is my birthday party. Just not at the skating rink or at the local park. It's in the comfort of your own home or your office, and we're having birthday cake together. But for me right now, it's just coffee. But yeah, let me know what your guys' like Holy Trinity of creative like programs are. I'm curious. Okay, so I got my triangle here. What color should we make this one to? I think trying to look at the balance of all of the ones that I've made so far. And just thinking of like color hierarchy, like what would feel best, you know? I haven't done a lot of this like this brown, like burnt sienna color. Oh, good. I'm glad I nailed it. Let's see. I do kind of have this like baby barf green that I haven't really used in a lot of places. It's kind of like a very tertiary brand color for me. Dylan says Procreate, Photoshop, and InDesign because the page layout and control. Someday Adobe will wake up, get out of their dev silos and merge InDesign. That's a really good point. Yeah, I remember at my last job, before I started freelancing, I was using InDesign every single day. Data sheets were like my bread and butter at that at the place that I was at. And just very much more technical. Prod Kalani says mine would be After Effects, Premiere, and Photoshop, but those are the ones I really know how to work. Yeah, I mean, your Holy Trinity is your Holy Trinity. You know what you know, and get better at it. You know, that is kind of the intimidating thing about, especially when, at least for me, when Adobe comes out with new features and updates to things, and it's exciting. Oh, God, excuse me. And it's exciting to have new features, and hope to God that they listen to your cries and pleas about things that would just make your life a lot easier as a creative. But yeah, it takes me a minute sometimes. Bye, Dylan. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being in here. Have a good day at work. Okay, so I'm going to try and emulate this like curved, and I don't even know if this is going to like look good when it's actually designed, but this curved bits here off to the edges. So I'll make this a different color so I can see better. Okay. Might have a little dilemma here in the mathematics of this, of trying to get this to be completely even. I'm sure there's a much easier way to do this, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna try and do like an inverted triangle thing, and yeah, do more triangles Nope, that's not really what I want. Make sure that that's like even there. And then I'll just take out the extra stuff. Yeah. See how fast that was? See, I can be fast in Illustrator. I have no idea what I'm doing here. But, and I'm wondering too, should each of these be different colors indicative to the, like, programs, you think? Okay, so do AI, get the type in there. I don't know what Adobe's font is for, like, the Adobe programs. Does anyone know that by any chance? I don't know if I should look it up or not. I'll just put Brandon Grotesque in here for now. It's my, like, secondary brand font. Photoshop. When I was in college, in art school, I was in advertising and graphic design, and we had like a club or collective. Most majors had like their own like collectives of, you know, anyone could go to and just do whatever activities they kind of had on the books for that like major. And I was the president of our ad graph collective for a year. And we always had really cool stickers, and one of them was pretty sure it was just like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign, like the actual program, like icons just in a row. But that fun little like nerdy design humor like this, I know we all love. And then I think we had one that just said like AGSC, but it looked like an Adobe icon, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna steal this pencil from over here. Let's see if I can get away with... So I do have some of these elements already made. I'm gonna expand this real quick. I can't wait for when I do these live streams more often and I actually get quick at designing the things that I usually do as quick as I usually do. This is definitely much slower for me, but I'm also working on my PC, which I don't normally do. So bear with me. So if there's anyone else new in here, let me know like what you're up to today, what you're working on, what you're doing this week. I had a pretty chill week this week. I've been planning for my birthday to be off and for me to just that's my dad. I'm gonna answer this. I know I'm on live stream right now, but it's my dad. I'm gonna be 1 second. I'm sorry. Hey, Dad. Hey. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, no, not yet. We're leaving later this afternoon. Yep. Was it socks? Yeah, I did get those. Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, no, I got them. They're great. Yeah, the Darn Tough brand. Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah, I'm taking those with me. And the trekking poles too. Thank you for those. Thanks so much, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Probably, hopefully, like the next couple hours, just depending on Justin's workload here. But yeah. Yep, I'm very excited. Oh, tomorrow? Oh, yikes. Oh, I know. Yep, I'm talking to you on my new one right now. Oh, I love it. Yep. Right. Oh, man. Hmm. Yeah. Yikes. Yep. I don't blame him. I know. Have to assume the worst, unfortunately. No, not today. Oh, yeah, I figured. Yeah, true. Very true. That's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. I know. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Totally. Yep. Oh, I will. I'm very excited. Gonna take some real good pictures. Yeah, the Apple site does a pretty good job of showing you everything about it. Yeah, it's usually like one big page that you can just scroll down and it'll show you everything. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. I think I got, oh man, I don't even remember, like 256, I think. I think. Considering that my last phone was 32 gigs. So, yeah, I did a lot with the little. So the process that I went through to activate my new phone, it literally just I had to sit both of those phones next to each other and it just synced everything. Like I didn't have to really do anything. It took like 10 minutes. It was super easy. But yeah, I think for you with Samsung it would be like cloud-based stuff and just re-downloading things, I think. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. For sure. I will always, yep. Okay. Love you too, Dad. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for letting me take that phone call with my dad. He says hi. Just kidding. Um, I hope he gets to watch this later and revisit the phone call that I just had with him. Make this pencil shorter just to get some more room for the type I want to put in here. Yes, I think that's nice. Does anyone have any fun birthday memories they'd like to share with the class? Any funny stories or unfortunate events? Hopefully not too unfortunate. I love looking back at birthday memories and funny things that happened. I'm trying to think of other things that happened with mine. Or birthday themes that you had. I was always a theme person. I think Scooby-Doo was one. And princesses, I think when I turned 5. When I turned 5 or 6, princesses was the thing for me. Still kind of is, but Sleeping Beauty all the way. But it wasn't until I'll never forget when I was in 7th grade. That's when I really got into Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band. And I'm telling you guys, I freaking killed and crushed at both of those, specifically on guitar and bass if I wanted to, but it's mostly guitar. And I think for like 3 years straight, anytime I had a birthday party, it would be Guitar Hero or Rock Band themed, and I would make everyone like compete, and it was like a whole tournament thing, but I don't think anyone was really into it like I was. So everyone just really just played just to play, and then I would just annihilate everyone. Nothing like just decimating your friends on Rock Band or Guitar Hero on your birthday. The Holy... Oh my gosh. Holy Trinity. I went to Catholic school for half of my like pre-college education also, so hopefully this isn't like blasphemous or anything. I think this is where we're gonna try and use Lone Pine. I have high hopes for it. I haven't found too many excuses for me to use it because it is such a really like groovy, cool font. I think we can maybe get away with it here. Not too sure. I don't have... Oh, I have bold. See? Yeah, I think the bold is bold. We kind of... See, maybe I keep the similar typeface for all of these, but maybe Lone Pine's not the move there then, just because it's a little too decorative for like an acronym, you know. Love Beasley, but I'm not sure. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Thank you guys again for being in here. First of all, I really appreciate you like sharing this first live stream experience with me. It's kind of bizarre. I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of all this, but it's been a plan of mine to start like live streaming my process and just designing for fun and just doing like random things. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. But now that I'm actually doing it, it's still pretty surreal, and it's not as nerve-wracking anymore as I was kind of making it out to be. It definitely is, just the whole idea of like consistently talking and whatnot, but yeah, I think this is the move here. But yeah, this has been super fun so far, and I hope to do like longer ones in the future, and just do random things and things that you guys recommend, and hopefully design more stuff like improv design jazz, you know. Do that with you guys as well. But yeah, overall, just thank you for being here and for all the support all of you guys have shown me over the years, whether I know you or not. Oh, thank you. Prod Kalani says pressing the go live button is the hardest part. Glad you're enjoying it. It is the hardest part. I think there's a YouTube account that I've started listening to, or started, like, you know, for YouTube tips and getting started and beginner stuff, this and that. And that really is like the biggest thing they say is like, you just have to press record. And it's true. Like I thought about, I mean, I wasn't completely, I wasn't as prepared to do this live stream today as I should have been. But nonetheless, I still think that I would have been a little bummed if I didn't get to at least try to do it today, like I said I wanted to. So I'm glad I'm actually doing it, and it's not going too shabby. So yeah, thank you guys again. And if there's any ideas for future streams, definitely let me know. I obviously I have a bucket of ideas that I think could be cool, but I want to know what you guys want to see, and if it's, I think eventually too, I think it'd be really cool to take other people's designs that they could like submit or something, and either if they want them critiqued, or if I think a really cool thing would to be take other people's designs and animate them, like put them into After Effects. I think that could be a really fun thing, especially considering like it's not my design also, and it's just kind of elevating someone else's. I think could be a really cool thing. I think that's kind of cool. It's like a little chunky little Holy Trinity thing going on there. I hope that's not like blasphemous to use that for a design meme or a design joke, if you will. But cool. I think that's, I'm gonna finish real quick before I end here. I'm gonna add some glyphs. I'm gonna add some little like accent things here real quick. So I know with Hoodspus fonts, they have really cool glyphs, and I love using them. So let me find their glyphs. I'm pretty sure Lone Pine has these too. Okay, so we got, ooh, I like the heart. That's cool. Heart is sweet. What do you guys think for process? In process we trust. Something endearing, you know? This globe is kind of cool too. I'm gonna look at Santa Ana. I like the star as well. Obviously, I can't choose. What do you guys think out of these four? I'll try this like retro star. So it's kind of like similar to this like radial thing going on here. Create outlines real quick. Make sure that's centered. Cool. Actually, copy that and do the reflect tool. Try and find the center here. Oh, I had it. Your live streams be posted on your channel? Yes, this live stream will be posted after. Yeah, I don't think I'll edit any of these. I'll just kind of keep it as is. So yeah, this will be on the channel after to answer it for a third time. God, where is the center? Do you guys ever do this? Like you're trying to just find the center of something and just hope to God that you find that little dot and then it's gone. Cool. I think that's cool, right? Maybe I'm trying to think of where I can add a little bit more of that black color in. Maybe it's the stroke of these here. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of have like another like layer of shadow in a way too, which is kind of cool. I think that one's done. And I think this one's done. So an hour and a half later, we made 2 whole sticker ideas, guys. I'm glad you got to witness it. Big fan of all the greens, all these greens right now. Me too, honestly. It's funny because my favorite color used to be navy blue for the longest time, and as of like the last couple years, it has become a real good dark like pine green, like this sticker badge thing here. I don't know why, like I just started buying more clothes that were this color, and I was just, I mean, I got the new like green alpine color for iPhone. Like it's just a good color, good natural, but like still kind of like dark feeling to it. So I think that's where we're gonna end. Oh my gosh, you guys can't see this because of my freaking face. Okay, there we go. That was right next to my face. That's perfect. So I think that's where I'm gonna call it for this first stream. I still can't believe that I did my first stream today and that all of you guys were here to be a part of it. I thank you so much for that. And just making this super memorable, super fun, and super laid back. I hope to see you again next time. It's kind of like my it's like my end tag for my videos right now. But yeah, just thank you again, and I hope you guys have a really good Thursday. Appreciate it.